Rudy Radio presents He Said, She Said, powered by Rude Rangers Entertainment. I'm Noel Epps from Not Just Sports by Noel Epps, and she is Yvonne, the Motivator Man from Determined Women of Destiny. This show explores all types of topics from the male and female perspective. We are going to make you laugh. We may even make you cry. But most of all, we will make you think. So do us a favor and please like and share this episode with all your friends and family on all social media platforms. We encourage you to be a part of the conversation. So please comment on the chat box down below when ready. Yvonne, are you ready for today's topic?
I sure am.
Okay, here we go. Today's topic is the top 5 things you need to do when your mate makes more money than you.
Ooh, that's something. That's something.
Huh?
I said, that's something. You know, This is going to be a really good topic.
Yeah. Are you ready?
I sure am. Go ahead. Start it off.
Number 5. Number 5. Make sure the pow sessions is very good if you are the one that is making the least amount of money. You cannot have an off night with these pow sessions. You must keep that that money mule, that money cow, that money moo. You must keep that person around. Okay, so you must keep them sexually satisfied so they can keep paying to feed your behind. Okay, pow sessions gotta be on point. No off nights.
No, you are a fool, but it is true. It definitely is true. You're gonna have to be an acrobat up in there. You're gonna have to make me sing something. Yes, I agree. Your sex game is gonna have to be on point.
Yes.
To the table.
Could you imagine? You ain't making no money and you giving out the bad pow sessions?
Oh my God, no.
You can't afford that transgression.
He said transgression. Listen, if I'm bringing home the bacon and I'm frying it up and you eating it, you better do something to make me happy. And one of them things you can do is that bedroom work. You better get in there and work like a government mule. Yes, you better. Yes, you better.
You better have pow sessions like your life is dependent on it.
Because it does.
I'm telling you right now, you can't be out here giving out the bad pow sessions and talking about feed me at the same time. Oh, hell no.
You know, you said you better give up the pow like your life depends on it. It does.
It's a whole fact. It's a whole fact. Because, I mean, really think about it. Really think about it. Not that anybody, especially in today's time, not that anybody is aggravated with their partner for making less money, because there are certain things that go into making less money. Maybe one person is better with the kids, their schedule's more flexible with the kids, or whatever it may be.
Right.
Okay, but to be sexually aggravated
and no money. I'm over here hollering because I can't even imagine that scenario. Like, and then you say, well, listen, I'm not satisfied. And they're like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, you have to bring, you got to bring something to the table.
You got to bring the wood. Tell the girl you got to bring the wood.
You got to bring something to the table. If you are a male and you're making less money than your female counterpart, you got to bring it. You got to lay it down. You got to get that timber going.
Well, a whole entire fact. Because let me play the conversation out in your mind. If you're the one making the money and sexually frustrated. Let me just play this out in your mind. This is what happens. She come rolling over, tapping you on the shoulder. Now, it's Friday now. It's Friday, and her little check came in on Friday, and now you go over and tap her on the shoulder, and she turn up to you like she don't want to be bothered. But these lights about to be shut off, and her little check ain't even covering half of it. So
Okay.
the least you could do is get down for your crown in the dark. And I mean get down for your crown. Even if you ain't even into it all totally, you better act like you into it totally. I mean, come on. Put your George Clooney, put your Denzel Washington, put your Queen Latifah acting hat on. We got to do something in here. Making good something. Something's got to be popping because these lights are going to go off. And the only way they're going to come on is if I pay it.
Okay, so you're saying we're in financial ruin, and the least you could do is hug me if I touch you on the shoulder.
I'm not even saying financial ruin. I'm not even saying financial ruin. But like, come on. Like, I can't go out and work. Like you said, you make the bacon, you cook the bacon, and then the pow session is what? Oh, hell no.
But you got to understand one thing, right? You got to understand one thing. I talked about the guys and what they have to do. Now, if you're a female, you married her because she was cute, not because she had money. So now, them lights may be cut off. You want to act like it's a problem. No, she's a cute po girl. You married a cute po girl.
See, women can get away with that a little bit more than a man. But my thing is, if I'm paying the bills and I tap you on the shoulder, you should be already set. You should be already set already. I don't want to hear a word out of you. I don't. Look at your closet.
I'm not speechless many times, but when I agree with you, I am. Yeah, I'm right here with you. Listen, we here.
I really love when you agree with me.
Listen, I'm here with you, really. I'm out there. I'm bringing in the money, and he may be in between jobs. I get that. But if I turn to you, don't act like I'm asking you for something you can't give me.
Tabernacle.
Listen, you've been home all day. You ain't time for a job. You put on a suit and a tie, and you went to 3 interviews. I even put gas in the car. Excuse me, that's my car you drive.
Oh, that's baby boy right there. That's baby boy. That's Joey.
Yeah. Well, you said I make more than he does. So that's the scenario. I make more than he does. He's out of a job right now. Okay, I come home. He's frustrated because he put on a shirt and a tie, went to 3 interviews. Oh, let me remind you, he picked me up late from work too because he was driving.
Oh, wait, hold on. So you mean to tell me you are making the money?
Yes.
He went on a couple of interviews.
Yes.
In your car.
Yep. My gas.
Your gas.
Yep.
Picked you up late in your car with your gas, and he's giving the white pow session.
Listen, and I had to come home and cook dinner.
Oh,
and
wait,
so
hold on. Yvonne, let's be clear. He needs to be jumped by all the men in your family. Every man in your family needs to jump his ass.
No, I need to get that iron skillet. He needs some hot grits to motivate.
Oh, yes. And yes, that's unheard of. That's a useless man.
Listen, and you got to think about it. She just look good.
He is no good?
No, I said as a woman, she's useless too. She just looks good.
Oh, well, Yeah, that's a fact. But a woman, believe it or not, can get away with that.
Well, because they said she leveled up because she working at McDonald's or Dunkin' Donuts, and her man works for IBM. So, they said she leveled up. But if I work at IBM and my man is the fry boy at McDonald's, they like, girl, why you slumming? You're right. It is double standards.
You're right. And you see what Cardi B said in the WAP song? I don't cook, I don't clean. What?
And that's
but she
why
got that WAP.
It ain't that good, because that's why her man keeps cheating on her, and that's why they're going through a divorce. I guess that WAP could keep him from that, huh?
Well, that's not WAP. That's rap. Okay, that's rap. He's a rapper. Okay, he's got the pick of the litter wherever he goes.
It doesn't
okay,
matter.
that's more about rap than WAP. But let me tell you something. That Cardi B says she don't cook, she don't clean, but she got that WAP. That WAP can keep a civilian at home.
That WAP didn't work good enough for Cardi B to keep her man at home. And I don't care he's a rapper. You have to understand, if that WAP game was that good, nobody else could have leveled up. So, ladies, just know, don't listen to Cardi B. WAP ain't keeping him there. You got to bring something else to the table.
That's right. And the least amount of money you bring home, ladies, the least amount of money you bring home, the freakier you got to be. Be very clear on this.
Crazy.
The freakier you got to be. You must keep my attention.
Well, the thing is, I hear what you're saying, but what I think is, you need not to complain as much as women do. If you are working at Dunkin' Donuts and your man is the vice president of IBM, what you complaining for? You better shut up.
That's a whole entire fact.
That's right.
A whole entire fact.
And drive that car.
Be a whole freak when you get home. I don't hear nothing.
And shut up and drive that 2020 Honda and be happy. Don't you dare ask for no BMW. We're going where? Dunkin' Donuts? You better shut up.
You just drive the 2020 Honda and
that's right.
The IBM?
Listen. Well, why you gotta drive? Listen, why you gotta drive?
I like it.
Why are you driving the BMW going to Dunkin' Donuts? No, he drives the BMW he drives the Mercedes going to IBM. You better get that Honda and it look good too. The 2020 is real nice. You better get in there and drive that sucker and shut up.
Okay, with that being said, we got to go to break. We'll be back.
You looking for love? You're tired of being lonely? You ready to find that special someone? Rude Rangers TV is introducing an exciting new dating show, and we want you to be a guest. If you want to find that special someone, go to ruderangers.com today and apply for the new dating show that's about to launch. That's ruderangers.com. Hurry up and apply, because believe it or not, your special someone is waiting.
Round 2. Fight.
Welcome back to He Said, She Said. I'm Yvonne, the motivated man from Determined Women of Destiny, and my crazy co-host is Noel Epps from Not Just Sports by Noel Epps. We have been discussing the 5 tips of what you should not do if you bring home less money than your mate. And number 5 was, don't complain and bring home make sure at home you got some really good pow going.
Very good pow.
Number four, don't flaunt your money in front of my face, my family, and my friends. Because, see, I'm going to cut you behind closed doors. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do it. I'm working at Dunkin' Donuts, and we, at Thanksgiving, and everybody's like, oh, that houndstooth jacket is really nice, Cedric. Don't you dare say, oh yeah, this was $1,500 from Brooks Brothers. I will cut you with the carving knife. Sit your tail down and just say thank you. Don't nobody know where Brooks Brothers is, and they don't need to know how much it costs. Sit down somewhere, mind your
Have you
business.
ever heard brothers? I've never even heard of Brooks Brothers. But you
Wait a
are
minute.
absolutely right. That is a respect thing.
But wait a minute. You said you ain't never heard of Brooks Brothers.
I've never heard of Brooks Brothers. What is Brooks Brothers?
Oh my God, boy, that
I go to
is
Boston.
one of no. That is one of the highest places. You can get you a suit and some shoes and a tie and a shirt. You coming out of there $5,000 out. Brooks
Okay.
Brothers.
Do they have plus size suits? I bet you they don't.
That's a no.
That's why I don't know nothing about no Brooks Brothers.
Absolutely. But
They don't
yeah.
have big boy suits. I don't go to Brooks Brothers.
Okay, I got you. And if it's the other way around for the female, you know, when you're around your friends and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, okay, we're gonna split the check." Don't pull out your card and say, "Oh yeah, I got it," and then look at him all funky because you know he can't pay for half of this dinner. You knew that when you said you was going out with friends. So why you gonna act all brand new now?
That's a respect thing. Because if she really loves her man, she is never going to embarrass that man. So she would have had a conversation with him prior to dinner saying, hey, you take my credit card. Nobody has to know.
Yep.
You cover the bill. She's always going to put him always going to make him look good.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is what the second show that me and Noel are on the same page. I'm about ready to faint over here. I cannot believe it. I agree. Not only give him the card, but hey, you know what? Go to the bank, take the money out.
Yes.
Let him have the money, let him pay. Nobody needs to know what your financial situation is.
That's a whole entire fact.
Yeah.
That's a whole entire fact. But if she does go to dinner and she does pull out her credit card and she does look at him funky, gentlemen, that relationship is over. Get out, and hurry up and get out. That relationship is over. She don't give a damn about you.
I have to laugh because you guys can't see us. You can only hear us. Noel had to sit up in his scream and say that. He took so much emotion in telling you it's over. And you know what?
It's a wrap.
Listen, you're all together and everybody's at your house and your husband says, somebody says, "Oh, I like those pictures in your house." It's true story. And you said, and he says, "I hate them things. They have no style. They have no class." And then you turn and say, "Well, you don't have nothing to say because my father bought this house." You you just emasculate him. You just take away his masculinity.
That's a whole fact. And if it's the other way, men, if it's the other way around and she gets a little snooty, have this song playing in your car. I'm telling you, have this song on deck in your car. It goes like this. I'm not doing this, it's for nothing.
Oh my God.
I pay the car note, light bill, house note. What you think this is for nothing? You're not working. So what more you want? Thank you, Genuine. Thank you, Genuine. Have that song on deck in the car if she decides she want to act up.
Okay, no, we're agreeing. But if you sing again on this show, I'm going to send somebody to your house to sew your mouth totally up. No more singing.
I would have laid my baby hairs down with that song, but
no baby hair. No baby hair. No baby hair at all. But yeah, the thing is you cannot flaunt your money. And you have to be respectful of the other person's feelings. You have to know, you have to know the climate when you go out. Like you said, you have to have that conversation before, you're around friends and families. Listen, I love my family, but they will cut you asunder. So if my man made less money than me, I would never let my family know, because they'd roast him Thanksgiving right with the turkey.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah. So what I would have the conversation. Listen, if they ask you what you do, and let's say he's a janitor, just say that you are a technician for maintenance.
well, let me say this. Let me be clear on this. Them technical technicians of maintenance.
Yeah, they make cash.
They make some money.
Yes, they do.
They make some money. Do not get that twisted.
But still, just
but
the
I
term
understand what you're
maintenance.
saying.
Yeah, maintenance man. You're like, oh, he's a pauper. You're the fry boy at McDonald's. I don't know why I always use the fry boy, but the fry boy at McDonald's. Don't tell them you're the fry boy at McDonald's. Tell them that you are a culinary artist.
a culinary potato artist.
No, don't add the potato, because then they know you're lying. Just say I'm just a culinary artist. And when they say, what does that have to do? That has to do with food and just arranging it well.
Well, let me ask you this question. Real talk.
Yeah.
How many people even need to know your financial status with your mate? Like, who needs to know that?
Absolutely. Nobody should know it, but women run their mouths so much because they want to throw in everybody else's face what they have. And so when they don't have it, they still run their mouths, and then they try to bring you down because they can't, use you as a way to make them feel better. People who have their self-esteem intact, they don't talk about how much money they make.
Oh, that's a whole fact. That's a whole entire fact. And black men, be clear, black men, especially black men, be clear. I forget the percentage, but the percentage of black women making more money than the black man is very, very high.
67%.
67% of black women make more than their mate as black men. So black men, do not, and I fought with this for a long time in the beginning of my relationship. I fought with this where I felt like I was less than. So I was working multiple jobs and killing myself and not seeing my family and so on and so forth, just to match her salary. So when I became very comfortable in my skin, and I realized that she wasn't in competition with me, she was walking beside me. She wasn't in competition with me. She wasn't making me feel less than. It was me. I was the problem. I was feeling less than. And that's when our relationship took off financially. Is that when we realized that we're in this together. No matter how much money she makes and no matter how much money I make, we're in this together.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Talk it. That's a whole fact.
And you have to understand, guys aren't really out there talking to other guys about, well, my wife is this and my wife is that. They talk about other things about their wife. Like, oh, my wife really cooks well, or yeah, my wife is a really good mother. They're not talking about how much money she makes. That's a woman thing. We always want to throw up money in another woman's face to prove how fabulous we are. Well, my man, he drives a BMW. Right, your man drives a BMW. You don't. And
that's why they have shows called Basketball Wives.
Yes. And then if you're dating and you're not married and he's driving a BMW, that's not your car, that's his car. And guess what? That's a car note. So all that money he's paying is less that he can spend on you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I like that.
Yeah, he's got a Mercedes and that looks really good. And he has like a $800-900 a month car note, and then he has like $400 a month insurance. So right now, we're working on $1,300 a month square out of his pocket before he even takes you to get a hamburger. And that's what you're getting.
Do women still, because I hate when women, especially in the beginning of the relationship, especially within the first 6-7 months of the relationship, are women still more concerned about how much money a man brings home more than how he treats her as a woman?
It all depends on your age group. And in the 20s and early 30s, yep, absolutely. Once you start barreling down like to 38, you start looking at other things. And then in your 40s, if you haven't settled down, you're really looking to settle down. And, I'm kissing 60 right now. So he should not be potentially there. He should be there at his age.
So there are women who will take abuse.
Yes, just to have the money. Just to have the money. And that's a whole nother show, because I can go like 4 or 5 hours on that. That's a whole nother show. But yeah, just for the money. Just for the money. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is outrageous. But
Sure.
But we got to go to commercial break.
All right, we'll be right back. You guys don't go nowhere.
Sir, I'm a little uncomfortable with the way we've been having our Monday morning meetings.
A little uncomfortable?
Well, extremely uncomfortable with meeting in your bathroom, sir, while you're in the tub.
Well, I'm wearing a tie.
I can see that, sir.
Over the weekends, I play ball with the kids, do yard work, and play tennis, so by Monday, my muscles are very sore. Spending all day in a hot tub's the only thing that helps.
Have you tried?
Wrapping myself in cabbage leaves? Yes, I have.
Actually, sir, I was thinking of Tiger Balm pain-relieving patches.
Tiger Balm, a little jar with a tiger on it?
Yeah, right. Tiger Balm. It's been around for about 100 years.
Jinkies.
And now Tiger Balm comes in these neat pain relief patches.
Could you hand me that duck there?
You just stick the patch on where it hurts. Same Tiger on the package.
Uh-huh.
And Tiger Balm's pain relief patches are very fast-acting and long-lasting, so we wouldn't have to meet in your bathroom every Monday.
And I'd be less pruny, and your report wouldn't be in the microwave.
What?
I dropped your report in the tub, so I put it in the dryer, but it caught fire, so my wife doused it with water and put it in the microwave. Let me just go grab it.
No, don't get up, sir.
Oops, sorry. Sitting back down.
Long-lasting, fast-acting, pain-relieving Tiger Balm patch. Works where it hurts.
Round 3.
And we're back. We're back with another episode of He Said, She Said. I'm Noel Epps from Not Just Sports by Noel Epps. And we have my co-host, Yvonne, the Motivator Man. And we are sitting here agreeing about the top. Say it again, I'm sorry.
I said, what?
About the top 5 things you need to do when your mate makes more money than you. So let's have a little review. Number 5, you need to make sure them pow sessions is on point if you are the one not making the most money. You cannot have no off days. And guess what, people? There's no such word as no. And the poorer you are, the freakier you need to be. That's number 5. Number 4, don't flaunt your money. Don't flaunt your money to the one that you love. Especially the one you love, especially a woman to a man. Because you, like Yvonne said earlier, you will emasculate that man. And like I said earlier, the second she starts to emasculate you, oh yeah, that relationship is over. Okay? So number 3, if you are the one who's not bringing home the bacon, okay, and be clear, we're not saying there's something wrong with you not bringing home the bacon. We're not saying that, because in today's times, like sometimes a man's got to fit in where he gets in, and vice versa for the woman. So sometimes you just got to get in and make it work. Okay, so we're not saying that. We know there's people who lost their jobs. We understand all of that. Okay, so this is not to bash anybody who's making less money than their mate. But number 3, if you're making less money than your mate, You need to know that work schedule. You need to know the work schedule from the second that he or she leaves the house to the second he or she comes to the door. Okay, if she leaves at 8:15 a.m. every day, and she comes in at 6:15 p.m. every day, then guess what? You need to make sure you are totally aware of that. The second that she decides to pop up and leave at 6:15 a.m., and then she decides to come on at 9:15 p.m., oh, the antennas need to go. I'm trying. Who working overtime? Where's the overtime? Call the office. Hell, pop up every now and then. Yeah, you need to know this if you're the one making the least amount of money.
Okay, so what you're saying is that the person who makes more money is having an affair on you because you ain't bringing no money home.
I'm not saying they're having an affair. I'm saying there could be a possibility they're having an affair because I'm all about consistency. I'm all about consistency. Don't start showing up at 9:15 p.m. talking about you had to work a couple hours overtime.
Well, maybe they did. Maybe they did.
They did. Maybe they did. You're right. Maybe they did. But this needs to be a very rare occurrence. It can't be every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're at the office to 9:15 p.m. Oh, no. We got to investigate that.
Okay, so what you're saying is the person who makes the least amount of money has to be on a leash. So their mate now controls them. So
no. I never said anything about a leash. Never said anything about control.
Well,
okay, let's think about it. You already, especially as a man, you already have this insecurity. If you're any man worth your salt, you already have this insecurity about her making a little bit more money than you. Now, she's at the office with somebody who makes the same amount or more money than her. So, or him, her or him. So, they can almost look at that as a come up. Why, you sitting at home, you broke at home, you got enough time, you got a lot of time on your hands, you done cleaned up everything, washed dishes, dinner's done. You got enough time to go do a little investigation. She don't need, or he don't need to know you did the investigation either. That's the problem with the investigation. People be letting people know, oh, I see you. No, you don't need to let them know you see you. Just do a little investigation.
Just a little investigation. Just sit outside in the parking lot or in your mama's car, so she don't know, or be in the front in the bushes and have and just be watching and to see her coming and her goings. Come on now. That's a little bit much.
Listen, okay. Let me say this.
Okay.
I know some New York City police officers, some New York City corrections officers, especially in corrections, where they can say they're working overtime.
Yes.
Okay. Overtime in corrections means you're working a whole nother 8-hour shift.
That's right.
Okay, so if you're a corrections officer and you can get away with telling your mate, I'm working a whole nother 8-hour shift.
Right.
No telling what's going on. And guess what? They can't call you either. There's no such thing as calling in the middle of the shift.
Right.
There's no such thing as that.
But
okay, so yeah, I need to know your hours. I need to know what's going on. Because I know this happens on a regular basis in corrections, police department, airports.
But you have to understand one thing. Those are professions where they make money. So unless she's a doctor, she's a lawyer, or an Indian chief, they're probably making the same amount of money. So, right. So what you're talking about is if somebody's working at Dunkin' Donuts and takes an extra shift. Then you want to wonder why, because like, listen, I'm taking care of you and you want an extra shift at Dunkin' Donuts. But if he's a man, yeah, he wants that extra shift because he wants to bring more money into the house. But if she's a female, I can't see me saying, yeah, I'm gonna work an extra shift when my man is vice president at BMW. He got me. Yvonne, do you want to work an extra shift? Heck no, I ain't gonna do that. My man work at BMW. Deuces, I'm out of here. Bye. Matter of fact, I'm leaving 30 minutes early. What, you gonna fire me? So what? My man work at BMW. My man work at IBM and drives a BMW. I'm out. You know?
I'm gonna assume you saw Waiting to Exhale.
Yeah.
Who did homeboy cheat with?
Yeah, but you gotta understand one thing. His wife had the ability to make as much money or more. She put her dream on the side to help him be who he was.
I want you lover and your secretary.
I knew you was gonna say
that. Every day of the week.
I can feel it in my soul that it was
at the job, but no one else was there, helping you get on your feet. 11 years of sacrifice.
And you can draw me at the
drop of a dime. Swallow my tears. By your side. I should have loved your ass 1,000 times. Listen, I'm telling you what I know. You women, men, women, you need to know that work schedule.
Okay. All right. We're going to know the work schedule just in case. We don't want you up here trying to pretend that you're doing a double shift on them donuts. And you out here messing around with somebody and I'm over here making this IBM money.
Listen. I'm only telling you what I see. What I see.
Too.
I'm only telling you what I see. I've seen it 1,000 times.
Everything we're talking about comes from my personal experience with my girlfriends. And you see, I was always a tomboy. So I'm like a guy's girl. All my friends, most of my friends are guys. So I'm always around men. So yeah, I see
they tell you the secret.
Let me tell you something. I got so many inside secrets, it's a shame. But I see my guy friends go through this with women that they level up and they give her the world that she never even knew about, and then she'll cheat on them. And when asked why, well, you were never around. Well, how are you supposed to make the money?
That's a whole fact. And that's a woman with a poor business mind. She ain't doing business.
Absolutely. You know what I can't stand? When a guy goes to school to be a doctor or a lawyer, and you're with him, and he finally gets to be a doctor or a lawyer, and then he has all those hours, and y'all get married and have kids, and you end up divorcing him saying he did not have enough time. Well, no, he's a doctor. He's gonna call love. He gonna miss some stuff. That's what you get when you marry a doctor or a lawyer. What did you expect?
That's a whole fact. Now, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you believe in the notion that when black men come up, they leave black women for white women?
Oh, yes, God, they do. Yes.
You believe that?
Yes, and guess what? You know what they
That's
say?
a very small number, by the way.
Well, no. And you know what they say? They say I work too hard for my money for her to spend it on weaves and waist trainers. Yeah. You know?
White women wear weaves too.
Yeah, but they're not
Air
spending all
waist
your
trainers.
money on it. They ain't spending all your money on it. They ain't doing it. They ain't doing it. That's not the first thing they're concerned about.
But you do realize
Yes.
interracial relationships, black men with white women, is a very small number. You do realize that, right?
It's not as small as you think.
Oh, no. Oh, Yvonne, we're not going to do that because me and the Epps girls, we had a whole 2-hour discussion and Googled it
Okay.
while watching the NBA game.
Listen, like I said, most of my friends are guys, and I'll say half of them are married to women that aren't black. And see, the Asian girls are coming up too. We just don't have the white girls. The Asian girls are snatching our brothers. But
Okay.
you also have to understand, black women are some of the hardest women in the world to live with.
Oh, that's a whole other story. That's a whole other show. That's a whole other show. But we got to go to commercial break. We'll be back.
See ya. We'll be back.
Nature's spring water, naturally refreshing, naturally thirst quenching. Fresh spring water, purified. Nature's spring water, oh so right. Nature's spring water, oh so right.
Round 4.
Welcome back to He Said, She Said on Rudy Radio. Yes, this is Yvonne, the Motivated Man. And yes, that crazy person is Noel Epps from Not Just Sports by Noel Epps. We have agreed most of this show, which really grieves me. Because Noel is a fool, and I consider myself to be quite eloquently smart, but I realized that I have
So we are finding out you have the inner fool.
No, I have sunken to his buffoonery. Okay, we go into number 2. Number 2 is, if you are in a relationship with someone making less money than you, you better think outside the box. And this is what I mean. If your man doesn't have a job or he's making less money, but he makes some really good tuna cakes or salmon cakes, you better put them suckers in a Chinese box, put 3 in them, sell them for $10 for 3, and you better peddle the suckers, okay?
Put him to work.
Think out the box. If your man is running around dropping off his mama, his sister, his auntie, well, then you can take this car while I'm at work and start a transportation business, okay?
Oh, so
right.
you're going to make him an Uber driver in your car.
Listen, you're going to do something. You're going to do something. We're thinking outside the box because, you know, in these days and times, it doesn't matter where you make the money from as long as it's honest. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm making $100,000 a year, ooh, Jesus, I'm praying. I'm making $100,000 a year, and he's making 50. There's stuff on the side he can do to bring that sucker up. It really can. And you brought up being an Uber driver. That's an easy thing to do. That's an easy thing to do, because guess what? When you come home from work, you ain't doing nothing but aggravating me anyway.
Well, yes, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Think outside the box.
In a relationship, you're only as strong as your weakest link.
Yes.
You're only as strong as your weakest link. So the person who's making the least amount of money, they should not want to be around doing nothing. You got to earn your keep. You got to show your mate your worth. You got to show what you're worth. You can't sit here all day, and it doesn't even have to be become an Uber driver. It doesn't even have to be sell. You said tuna fish cakes. We're gonna discuss that later because I don't know who the hell eats tuna fish cakes. But
are you kidding me?
But make sure that house is clean.
Please.
Make sure the dinner's done.
Could you?
Make sure the laundry is done. Cut the lawn. Wash the car.
Yes.
Just don't sit at the house scratching your gonads watching ESPN. Don't do that. You got to show that you're worth something. You got to show that you're worth something.
And when I come in the house, don't be sitting there scratching your gonads and the same t-shirt you had on for the last 3 days, smelling like feet and butt. No, that's not okay either. It really isn't. And if there's something that you do, and I've given you an idea of, hey, listen, this might be something you might want to try. Don't roll your nose up and say no. You ain't doing nothing no way.
Yeah. And for most people, for the person who's making the money, that's a sign of love. That really is the sign of love, because that's a person trying to tap into your talent, tap into your skill. So that's a sign of love. That's not a person who is trying to be a nuisance. Okay, of course that person wants you to bring some more money into the family. Of course that's the main goal. But of course the person is also trying to tap into your talent, so you ain't sitting around the house all day.
And you know what? I cannot believe it. We agree again.
But also understand this too. If you have a family, right, and you are the person making the least amount of money, and you sitting around the house all day doing nothing, you had best believe your children see you sitting around the house all day doing nothing. That's what they see. So when you go to them talking about, oh, well, you need a job, it's time for you to get a job, or whatever. In the back of that baby's mind, that baby saying, well, what about you?
Hello? Don't start me to preaching on that. Okay, don't do it, because I'll put my hand over one ear and go to church on it. Don't ask Priscilla why she dealing with this no good, no having nothing individual. Well, you got lazy Larry sitting up here on this couch. I learned it from you.
Exactly.
Don't ask Theodore why he brought home Bargain Basement Betty. Well, Daddy, you work at IBM and you brought Snake and Susie up here and made her my mama.
Yes. Do you think laziness is a learned behavior?
Absolutely. You don't come here lazy. Think about your kids. You ran behind your kid. When your kids started walking, you was asking God to sit them down. You didn't have to worry about no weight, because we was running behind them kids. And then when they got older, we was running to football. We was running to basketball. I know myself. I ran so much.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
I couldn't stand pigskin. I hated to see that brown ball. So you was running all the time. Kids don't come here lazy. They learn lazy behavior from people around them being lazy.
Okay, so now is being lazy or being spoiled, are they the same or are they different? Being spoiled or being lazy?
No, being spoiled is giving everything and wanting everything. Lazy is I ain't got nothing and I don't care and I ain't doing nothing to get it.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. That was deep, wasn't it? That was deep. And
I had to think about that for a second.
I hate to tell
Think
you.
about that for a second, because here's what I think. Here's what I think happens. I think through spoiling our children, because our age group, children are way more spoiled than we were as kids.
And that's what made them lazy.
So exactly. So I think we kind of made them lazy through spoiling them, and they don't understand that they're spoiled. Like they don't understand the days of going to Shoe Town and getting a pair of Pro Specs. Like my babies never understand that.
But there's some people that never had nothing and wasn't spoiled, and they just don't have it in them to want any more. You know, you talk to people and talk to people and talk to people, and they still don't want more. I talk to kids all the time. I start talking to kids as early as they can talk about going to college. And, you know, there's some kids, I just want to trade. You want to trade? I don't want to go to college. Why you don't want to go to college? I don't like school. College ain't about school, fool. College is about you. It's about you learning about you in the world and how you fit in. You know,
Right.
getting them grades is just secondary.
Right.
I don't want to be confined. Right, because your behind ain't never been made to do nothing.
Right. So it goes back to your point, and this is where I think today's kid is more advanced than we were. Like your number two was be creative.
Yes.
Be creative. Create work for your mate. Today's kid is very good at creating work and creating situations for them to make money. They're very good at that. Like,
But they just don't do it.
I sat out in the backyard with my son a couple of weeks ago, and my son's 28 years old. And he came over with his friends. They were having a couple of beers. We're in the backyard, and they were talking about stocks and bonds. At 28 years old, I promise you I didn't know anything about those stocks and bonds.
Right. They're talking about stocks and bonds. Have they bought any, or they just talking?
Oh no, they bought. They was giving each other tips. Do this, buy that, sell this. They were doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? So they are what you're saying number two should be. They are creative. They are creative, and they are creative in helping each other make more money in their relationships. And it's through unorthodox ways. It's not going to work every day for them. So I think because I spoiled my child, I made him lazy. And because he's lazy, he's creative. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, because what you're saying is I spoiled him. I gave him everything, didn't make him want for nothing. But because he doesn't want to just have nothing, he's decided to think of ways to get something without working hard.
And legally.
Yes.
And legally. That's the other thing about it. It's legal.
You can hustle as long as it's legal.
Yeah, it's legal. It's not, oh, let's go sell some coke. It's not, let's go sell some weed. It's a legal grind.
Right. And what I wanted to say before, when you was talking about the stocks and bonds, the reason why at 28 he's doing that, because with the millennials, that is the new trend. Stop buying penny stocks and then moving up to higher stocks. I mean, listen, my daughter's smart. She's not even using a penny of her thoughts. When I tell you that heifer, yes, I said heifer. When I tell you that heifer will talk to you about stocks and bonds, like I can talk to you about making macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
And this is the biggest thing, of these millennial kids. Anybody under 45, I'll say from 18 to 45, the stock trade is very interesting to them. Very interesting.
They're very creative. They're very creative. They're selling sneakers. They're selling video games. They're doing stocks and bonds. making T-shirts. They are making beard creams or
You don't-
ointments. Like,
you don't
they're
even-
very more creative than we were when we were kids.
You don't even want me to start talking about the T-shirts. I'm serious. My daughter got that crock cut machine. She making T-shirts. She making face masks. She doing hats.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to him, like, hey, listen, sit down and write a business plan. You will be more effective. Again, do you know what this heifer told me?
Go ahead.
I'm not a business person.
Oh, man. That's a shame.
But you're making money.
Because it sounds like she's got a talent she's not tapping into.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that goes along with what you're saying about our kids. We made life so easy for them
Oh, man, that's a fact.
that they can't even understand working hard. And I was a single mother and it was rough. Trust me, I had to find everything that was free to entertain her because I didn't even have $1 to extra to give her so she could buy a pencil at school. So I even made life so sweet for her that she's lazy.
Even the whole Bitcoin thing. Like, my son came up talking about buying some Bitcoin. I mean, boy, if you don't get out my face, I'm going to bite you in your ear. What is a Bitcoin?
And when you
Imaginary money.
that's right. It's imaginary money.
What
It's
am I buying into?
It's imaginary money that when you get enough of it, it becomes real. And see, they understand that because of all of those video games they grew up playing. We didn't play no video games. We were outside in the backyard catching lightning bugs and mason jars.
Oh, no. See, you wasn't playing no video games. I grew up with Rudy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Rudy
That's right.
had
Right.
all the video games. So we grew up with video games. But here's the difference. These kids can make money playing video games.
Yes, they have.
So imagine you make more money than your man. Your man, you at work every day. But your man sitting at home playing PlayStation and Xbox, but he's making money while doing it. Are you mad at him? Are you mad at his creativity?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If he's making those T-shirts and he's on Jamaica Avenue peddling them every Saturday, and homeboy is bringing home $1,500 on a Saturday, you better peddle the hell out of some T-shirts. And I'm paying the light bill.
Okay. What about this? You at work every day.
Yes.
In your house is the weed spot. Are you mad?
No.
Okay.
See,
I understand.
Listen, from the last show, you know I'm sold out to Jesus. You ain't bringing no weed up in here where I live. You ain't even drinking. Ask my daughter. When my daughter would drink too much, she wouldn't even come home. You know why? Because there's no liquor in my house. And if there's liquor in you, you can't come in.
Okay. Well, we gotta go back. We gotta go to break. We'll be back with number one.
All right.
Years ago, the family doctor was someone who came to your home. And while that practice has faded into memory, there is someone who keeps the tradition of personal health care alive. Your local Health Mart pharmacist knows you by name, not by refill number. Stop by your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy and see how the tradition of personal health care lives on. Visit healthmart.com for the location near you. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Yes, we are back. We are back with He Said, She Said. And before we go to number one, and before we review, let me do this. I need a little time, Yvonne. Give me a second.
All right.
Let me shout out my son, Nolan Epps, on earning a partial scholarship through football at Monroe College. I am so proud of him. I'm so proud of him.
Yes. Clap it up.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm so proud of him that he works so hard at it. He works so hard. He really does. He works out twice a day. Doesn't go to parties, doesn't deal with girls. He's so hyper-focused on the football, and he's passing all his classes. So,
all right, Nolan. Yes, Nolan.
I'm so happy for Nolan. And Nolan, me and your mother looked at that tuition bill, and then we did some subtraction, and we was like, thank God for Nolan. So,
you like, thank God that boy can throw some pigskin.
Because we were sitting here trying to figure out how we gonna do all this. So,
congratulations, Nolan. Congratulations.
Thank you
hopefully
so much.
we can come and watch you play up there and act a fool and embarrass you.
Because you know that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm gonna do.
Absolutely.
But let's review the top 5 things you need to do when your mate makes more money than you. Number 5, if you make less money, the pow session's gotta be on point. If you are unemployed, you got to be freaky. Number 4, don't flaunt your money. Don't flaunt your money in front of your mate, especially women. Don't emasculate your man with your money. And men, if she emasculates you with the money, that relationship is over. Number 3, know the work schedule. Oh, you ain't got overtime all night, all day. You ain't got overtime. We ain't got overtime like that, especially with this COVID-19. The businesses, they ain't even trying to give away that extra overtime money. So please, know the schedule. Number 2, be creative for your mate. Meaning, if your mate makes, you said tuna cakes, sell those tuna cakes.
That's right.
You're going to be driving my car all day. Make my car an Uber. Okay? Be creative with your mates. Even if your mate is making money all day, sitting at home playing video games, cheer that on. He got to go practice. He got to practice.
Soak his thumbs. Soak his thumbs.
And number 1. Number 1. If you are the one who's making less money than your mate, talk nice. Talk nice. Watch your mouth. Don't be so reckless and free with your mouth, because guess what? You could be out the dough just like anything else that is in that house. Watch your mouth. Don't emasculate that man. He's making all the money. Don't cheat on that woman. Don't talk crazy to that woman. She's making all the money. Talk nice. Behave yourself.
Absolutely. Yes. 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 Don't be running around here talking out the side of your neck, and you can't even bring an egg in here to fry it.
Talk nice.
You better talk nice. But you know what? That's just respect in a relationship.
Nice.
Yeah, you know, just interact well.
That's very true.
There's no reason for you to always have an attitude, ladies. You're working at Dunkin' Donuts. What's your attitude? How frustrating can it be to make them donuts? You work 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. You're working 5 hours. Okay?
And bring home some French crullers. Bring home some French crullers.
And bring home some of that ice green tea. You know, make your job work for us, so don't it? Remember that show that you said? Yeah, remember the show that you said if your man works at Chick-fil-A, he better bring home some of them sandwiches.
Hold on. Not the sandwiches. He got to bring home some of that Chick-fil-A sauce.
What?
Girl, that Chick-fil-A sauce is crack. Oh,
Listen.
And shout out to Chick-fil-A, whoever made the Chick-fil-A sauce. Shout out to him or her.
And those chicken strips. Oh yes. So listen. So if Cleophas works at Chick-fil-A and you work at IBM,
you're not getting away with that. You're not getting away with that. Your names are getting older and older. Did you say Cleophas?
Cleophas. So when Cleopas brings that Chick-fil-A home, don't be throwing in his face, I'm tired of Chick-fil-A. All you do is bring Chick-fil-A home. Just take the chicken out of the chicken sandwich off the bun, slice it up, and put it on some salad then. Just change it around because Cleopas is trying to do the best he can. You know what I'm saying? Really.
Oh, you're killing me with the slave thing. That's a slave thing.
Well, listen, when Valerina says to you, I'm still making more money than you, just tell Valerina, well, you're the one that spent 7 years in college. You're supposed to make that money. Why are you mad at me?
Yes, and be clear. We're not telling you to be anybody's doormat. And I'm damn sure not telling you that. I'm not telling you to be anybody's doormat.
No.
But you don't have the right bank account to just wake up mad.
What you mad at, the son?
What you mad at?
Right. You just woke up. Why are you mad?
You just woke up. You got an attitude about what?
Right. That's
and
right.
Some things you need to figure out. And then guess what? And this is difficult for me at times. So I must say, some things you just don't need to say. Just shut your mouth.
I gotta tell you something. My mother, Clara Poole, used to always say, some things you just don't need to say. You just don't need to. That was one of her favorite lines. Some things just don't need to be said. And you're right. You waking up, what you mad at? You mad at the fact that you were sleeping on 600 thread sheets? You mad that there's a Volvo and a BMW in the driveway?
Yes. And understand this too. Please understand this. In the world we live in today, you could be the prime money maker on Monday.
That's right.
And then on Friday, he could be the prime money maker. Okay?
Listen,
so in the world we live in today, you better talk nice. You better act nice. And like you said, Yvonne, you said it best. That goes with everything. It's a respect thing.
Yes. And like you said, you could be working at IBM today, and by Friday,
COVID-19.
That's right. You online filling out unemployment. There is no job security anymore. The only security you have is if you have your own business because you make your own money.
And that's not a done deal all the time either.
It all depends on what type of business that you're in.
Yeah, well, that's true. But we are seeing that small businesses. I ran a small business. Okay, just so you know, I ran a small business. And COVID-19 is made it where I am not going to reopen. I'm not going to get back to my service that I was providing. So it, like I said, you could be riding high one day, and then be a hot mess the next day. And you need that person to, if you show that person enough respect, show that person enough love, that person's going to take care of you. You can have health issues. Hell, that guy in the Bronx, he was at a car dealership getting a car for his wife. He was buying a new car for his wife. Gang members shoot up the car dealership. He's protecting his 4 kids. He takes his 4 kids, he lays on top of his 4 kids. He gets shot. He got fired from both his jobs. I need to know them companies. I really need to know them companies because I need to air them folks out. I need to know what companies fired a man that got shot for protecting his children because he was buying a wife for his car. I need to know them companies.
Wait a minute. They fired him. Why? Because he was out of work on sick pay?
No, they fired him because he was a construction worker and he did something else. And because he got shot, he's not able to work. He got shot in his leg.
Oh, he's got a great case. Oh, yes. Don't worry about him. He's going to be rich. He's going to be rich.
I don't even care about him being rich. I don't care about him being rich. I care about the lack of empathy.
Right. And see, that
The lack of empathy for this man who was protecting his family.
But that goes to your tip. You have to have empathy for the person that is making more money than you. Your empathy is, listen, I'm not gonna be acting crazy up here because this person basically is taking care of me. They're taking care of me.
Let's call it what it is. Just call it what it is.
Right.
So you need to talk nice.
Yes.
You need to act nice.
Yes.
With that being said, those are our top 5 tips for being in a relationship where your mate makes more money than you.
Okay.
Again, Yvonne, this was fun.
It was.
This was fun. I came in with low energy because my leg got jacked up this weekend, so I apologize. But you do put the battery in my back.
Well, I'm glad that I'm your battery pack, and we need to get out of here. You all been listening to us on He Said, She Said. I'm Yvonne, the motivated man from Determined Women of Destiny. You can check my show out every Thursday night at 7 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. And my co-host is none other than the craziest man in the world, Noel Epps, from Not Just Sports by Noel Epps. You can check him out every Wednesday night. At what time, Noel?
Wednesday at 6:30.
At 6:30 and Sunday at 9 a.m. Now the church is opening back up. Don't y'all be missing church to listen to Noel, okay? I just want y'all to know that. I want you to also like and share the show. You know? Share this with your friends. It's good.
Yep. We had a great discussion last week. Great discussion.
Yes, we did. So, like we said, we want you to come back next week. Share the show. He Said, She Said is powered by Rude Rangers Entertainment. Our creative director is Rudy J. Greedy. And we out of here. Y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you next episode. Peace and blessings, people. Peace and blessings.
Peace.